Hello and welcome to another episode of Silver and Steel. We are so excited to roll some dice and tell some stories with you all tonight. But before we get into it, let me introduce our wonderful cast as well as the great characters they are playing. B. Dave, take it away.
B. Dave Walters, I say words about things. I am playing Freely, the lucky halfling. He's a sweet boy. Yep.
The sweetest of boys. Todd?
Oh no. Hi, I'm Todd Kenreck. I play Avren. He's not the sweetest of boys, but he'll persuade you that he is.
He's sweet to me.
With varying degrees of success.
I like my failures more than I like my successes.
Fair.
More entertaining that way.
Jen?
Hey, I am Jen Kretchmer. I am playing Alyndra, your friendly neighborhood wizard cleric.
Very nice. Lauren?
Hi, I'm Lauren Urban. I'm going to be playing your friendly dragonborn cleric, just trying to keep everyone alive.
I feel like you have like some PTSD with this now.
Yes.
I feel
Yeah,
like
she
every
probably
episode
does.
you're like, I have no diamonds.
This is part of
That's
her
gonna
life.
be my soundbite for you. I have no diamonds.
Wait, no diamonds.
No diamonds.
That's going to be the blues song that
Not
she
have
sings.
any diamonds?
Tell me we can do an episode where we go to the future, we meet old Orkira, and she's suddenly an old Southern woman.
I have no diamonds. I guess that's
no diamonds. I don't know what I'm doing.
Did your kids bring any diamonds with you?
You got any diamonds?
Got any of those?
Hey,
those
got
hey,
any
man,
diamonds?
hey.
Those diamonds? Yeah.
the way you're scratching your neck while you say it, Peter. The worst. The worst.
Well, now I have a place to aim for with Orkira. Thank you very much.
There you go. Addicted to diamonds. Meagan?
Hello everyone. I am Meagan Kenreck. I'll be playing Sofieus, and I am very caffeinated. Today is planner coffee day. It should be interdimensional coffee day because I can see through space and time.
And of course, last but not least, Hope.
Hi, I'm Hope LaVelle, and I'm going to be playing your best friend, Penelope Halfpint, your halfling druid.
Awesome. And as always, I am Jasmine, that bronze girl Bhullar, your DM for this campaign. Before we get into the summary of what happened last week, which I'm going to let somebody else do because I, for some reason, have blanked out in the last 5 minutes of it, we have some awesome fan art to show you.
Yeah, so not only were we showing an art reel before the show started, but we have some awesome fan art. So this first one is the entire crew, including
I love
Bertrand.
this so good.
This is my favorite.
I love Machete and I love Bertrand, and I love that Machete is basically Avren's familiar now.
Yes.
Yeah,
Machete was what put that one over the top for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm pretty much in love with Bertrand and Penelope holding Bertrand in joy. That right there.
I like how
Delight.
they're about the same size.
Yes.
And Sophia's is just
which
like, hee
accurate.
death doll.
And that's from at Danny Schiffbau1 on Twitter. So definitely go check that out if you're
Thank you
listening
for
to the
that, Danny.
podcast version. And then, so this isn't quite fan art as much for Silver and Steel. So Deej Store did a stat block of me, which is weird, although fun. And I'm super, I'm just kind of blown away by the whole thing. But there are two Silver and Steel things in here. If you will notice, my skills are I have plus 20 to Silver and plus 20 to Steel.
Oh,
That's
I
right.
love it.
And one of my powers is, or here we go again, which
Very
is
clever.
a healing spell. So so thank you so much, D&D, for that. And then finally, we do have gifts because RoboGoblin continues to be awesome, and we have gifts from the last episode. And kind of my favorite is this first one with Penelope. When you want to say something mean, just say something nice instead, which we
I
could
think
all
that's
use.
advice that, I was going to say, I think that's advice a lot of people could
Penelope
probably
is my
use.
I love that one.
Yeah, I mean, these are all excellent gifts, but that first
They
one
are.
just gets my heart. So,
Aw.
so thank you as always, TTRPG gifts and everybody who makes awesome fan art. And now we have an art reel, and I'm so excited.
Yay. I'll never forget Penelope getting me in a corner with like, well, that would meant that you lied, Avren, and you would never lie to me. This is
Might-
awkward.
You might recall that was one of the first things Freely got Penelope's friends don't lie. Back when he was still a mind flayer, you told him that, and he hit you back with it later on. Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Penelope has a way of getting right to everybody's heart.
Aw.
She
It's
does.
so true.
It's that sincerity.
Aw.
It's off-putting and also endearing. Off-putting because
extra-
most players are insincere.
Oh,
Just at me like I'm sitting right here.
I mean,
Jasmine.
is it a lie though? Like how quickly we turn to manipulation in D&D. It's like I think, and then you never feel bad about it until Penelope's like, "Well, I mean, that means we have to go back and help her because you did say you would." And it's like, "Oh, I had no intention of doing that."
I'm the god of trickery. That's my
The polar opposite
You
of
all have to deal with your
Penelope
own
is Avren.
consciences.
hey, listen,
Um,
you asked us to come and we brought Penelope, and so now there you go.
And she's gonna be the angel on your shoulder, while Freely is the devil on your shoulder.
Yay,
Yeah, I do.
halflings.
The two halflings.
Ah,
I just
excuse
love
me.
how like everyone can be engaged in combat, and Penelope's like, "I'm gonna be friends with this turtle," and it's the best.
It's the best thing.
It's the best thing you can do.
Oh,
As we were reminded, this is Penelope who tried to heal the Kraken.
Also, the best thing you can do.
Yeah.
Or Kraken.
I got nothing against the Kraken.
Let's get cracking.
Let's get
Um,
cracking.
I like that. Good
Yeah,
segue.
I love that. Last week, our adventurers concluded their council meeting and did a little walking, I guess, appraisal / inspection of the new warship, scouting ship, battleship.
I love I can hear the air quotes in your voice.
Yeah,
The
that
warship?
Port Argent put together. It,
The floater ship
yeah, it's not up to snuff.
made of birchwood,
Freely actually
Basically tissue paper.
some of it.
basically.
And so yeah, it's called Falva's Breath, and they expect to bring this thing to bear against whatever is making some of their fishing vessels go missing. However, you guys don't think it's gonna make it into the water. So that was one of the things you wanted to address. I know you sent some of the villagers to go secure some flail snail secretions to maybe lacquer or shellac the boat in that. That would definitely provide some hardening properties as well as definitely some anti-magic properties. And I know you were then going to check in with Hank since you had missed a meeting with him previously. You also have your own sort of underwater walking crab-like vessel thing put together for you by Salome that you fondly refer to as Sally. She has managed to secure a majority of the parts to put this contraption, this monstrosity together. However, she was just working on stabilizing the fuel and procuring more fuel, which she told you she got from some type of dung left behind by some type of deep aquatic creature that leaves it in these like strange large balls in these trenches. And she managed to turn that into an actually pretty efficient biofuel. However, it has a bit of an explosive combustion that she was trying to dial in. You successfully dissuaded her rivals into not stealing her engine, but instead helping her stabilize the fuel she was putting into it, which has put you ahead of the game a bit. And now, during your meeting with Hank, you actually discovered that you actually share a language with Hank. I think a couple of you actually do. Those of you who can speak Abyssal, I think, share a language with Hank. So you no longer have to rely on psychic communication. But before we get into all of that, hit the trailer, Will.
Follow the raven's call as darkness begins to fall. To test your fate, it's time for the diamonds to break and choose whose side you will take. Give in to the powers revealed and come make a deal with your silver
I also would like to mention before we dive into the game that every single time myself or one of our great players rolls a nat 20, somebody in the audience will win a legendary bundle from D&D Beyond. So give me all your energy for great rolls, because when I roll 20s, things get
But
interesting.
like not too much energy.
You know, but a good chunk.
But like not
Always fun.
all of it.
But like a good chunk.
Just
Some of it.
not full
spirit
unlimited
bomb
power.
levels.
More like limited
Yeah,
power.
more
Like consider it,
human power, you know.
but then
Just
give
like
us more of it.
Mhm.
the energy these kids have.
Yeah.
You know?
That is, yeah,
I think Jasmine can have all the power she wants as long as she's playing Hank.
true.
That's true.
Hey, when
is-
Hank rolls, yes.
Yeah.
Hank can do all the
Fabulous.
natural 20s he wants.
Griff too.
Valid.
Griff would be awesome. Yep.
Griff looks so angry in that fan art that I kind
Griff
of
is
find
so
it compelling.
judgy. The
You know, you're playing
judgiest of
Callie,
judgy eyebrows.
Mm-hmm.
Judgy eyebrows.
It's
just
all
to
about
have-
the judgy eyebrows. Like
It's true.
who doesn't want an owl with the judgiest of eyebrows?
I mean,
feel
he's
called out.
literally seen a lot though. That's true. Yeah.
Mhm.
I feel like I
all
have
have-
pretty judgy eyebrows.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I wasn't gonna just bust you out like that, but I'm
I
not.
felt called out. I was like, I'm in this photo.
you have very expressive eyebrows. That's all. Yeah, it's a strength.
I always know what my husband is thinking.
Yeah, Todd is zero poker face. Yep.
Should play Among Us.
We're actually planning to. It seems like a lot of fun.
Okay, so you find yourself on the dock talking to Hank. I forget what you asked him last. Oh, I think he had just finished asking you about Callie. And you let him know that she was going to be staying in the Underdark, when he was very disappointed about that. But yeah, I think that was the last conversation you had before we determined you do share a language, which is primordial, not abyssal.
Yeah, because Callie doesn't love him.
It wasn't that. It's just family first. It's complicated.
Yeah, I
There's-
wouldn't go
there's-
as far to say that she doesn't love him, but you know, family first, like B Dave said, like Freely said.
Yes, both. I don't know who this B Dave you speak of, but I've heard stories of a giant in a foreign land.
I've met him in another dimension.
That's
So,
true.
Hank, when are we? So the big threat under the ocean. When are we handling this?
Yeah,
It's a
like
good time.
let's do it. I do pop my sword. I'm like, okay, let's roll. Quetzala,
we're
we're
ready.
doing it. Yeah, let's come on. All right.
Also, do you have a thing called floaties? Because I'm like all in plate mail, and I don't know if that's good for floating.
Floaties, he
Right.
says slowly.
Maybe like kelp bubbles in it. No, I
He
think I'm
kind
gonna
of-
be taking this off.
He kind of nods his head from side to side while he thinks and contemplates. He's like, well, some of the trackers from my village have been keeping eyes on this thing. It's still a ways out, and while it's in its deeps, it would not behoove us to fight it. It would be to our advantage to wait until it's in shallower waters.
We don't have any hooves.
So we don't
Mm.
take the boat.
You're muted, B. Dave.
If Quetzala is still some distance away, do you have any idea what fate has befallen our fishing vessels? Several have set out and not returned.
Let's see, actually.
Y'all, we already established Hank is tough, so if we gotta work this dude, hit him really
Mhm.
fast. I'm gonna be like, Hank, cool. Let me just ask you, smite.
With that roll, I have no idea.
I know what that's
Honestly,
like,
I've
buddy.
been very busy for the past few days
Busy with what?
making seashell jewelry.
Oh, was it for Callie? Because we can see that she gets it. Like,
Sharing is caring.
it's like a long trip, but it's like a not insurmountably long trip.
Well, I had hoped to give them to her myself. The natural color of these shells match the sheen in her metallic eyes.
Okay, so hear me out, buddy. Hear me out. So there was like this cove, and it would have been like over there somewhere, and like these turtles, they were the cutest thing, but they were kind of goofy, but they're like this big. But there was a way that those turtles were getting out of the Underdark into the ocean, and it's like over there, like half a day's ride. So maybe there's a way that you can get down there that you guys could at least like meet and talk by the water, because there is a way.
Yeah, just don't take a horse because that will die.
No,
There was-
that
Yeah.
ill-advised.
There was a big whale that got there too, so there's got to be like a big hole that gets there, right?
Yeah, man.
Maybe I could speak to this whale. This information is very valuable. What if we were to try to bait this serpent into fighting us in the cave? It would solve a lot of your issues.
That's
I
true.
mean,
We could corner it. We could trap it.
It couldn't
And you
get
could fight on favored terrain.
Yeah, it couldn't get away from us, but we couldn't get away from
Mm-hmm.
it either. And that also puts all those people at risk that live down there. They didn't agree to this. This is us talking.
Well,
Are
how
we,
about
are
you
we
to accept my
certain that we need to fight it? Are we certain we can't reason with it?
No, let's fight it.
I do not believe that
Alyndra
No.
looks at Penelope.
If Penelope is saying to fight, I think we should fight.
Well, Penelope's the only one that could probably talk to it anyway, so I'd believe her if she said we gotta fight it.
It's probably nothing. I have a psychic connection to a giant turtle god. I don't know if that's a thing. I guess I probably should have brought that up earlier. Also, I don't breathe now, so you know.
Yeah, then why?
Giant turtle god?
Yeah. It's in my brain. It's telling me it needs help.
Help?
Do you know anything about that, big turtle?
I have heard, yes. She is old and wise, would not hurt anyone. She is in trouble?
Is it Nalise? Was that the turtle?
Nelly.
Honestly, my own notes, I wrote down a name and didn't write what that name was. So I think that was the turtle god's name.
I think I may know of the waters in which she makes her home.
Well, is there a way we can get there? And is it possible this Chrysala has minions? Big things tend to have little things.
There are creatures that follow in its wake, feeding off of its discarded leavings. Bits of creatures it leaves behind.
But behind it, not ahead of it. I turn and I look at Orkira and Penelope and Alyndra, and I say, the reason why we figured out something was wrong was the big predators were getting out of hand because there was nothing to keep them in check. It's like Quetzala was eating the big fish. They were eating the big fish. That were leaving all these other fish out to do what they will. It was disrupting everything. And that was when I made my friend Chonkers. You will love Chonkers if we get to meet him, Penelope, like a big old chunky boy. But is it possible something else like that is happening? Like, I think we kind of got rid of them, but something is still wrecking these boats.
So what do you think is that something larger than Quetzala?
Oh, no, smaller than Quetzala, but big enough to take out our boats.
It's always possible. There's also often symbiotic creatures that will follow in the wake of a larger creature. They will perform some sort of service for that larger, more powerful creature. She's looking pointedly at Avren. While receiving some sort of food or power in exchange.
Okay,
but that larger creature can destroy that smaller creature at any time.
I did splice myself, my clone selves, not me, because that would be crazy, with sharks, just to see what would happen out of that. Call them sharfins. We're workshopping the title. Anyways, those were a mess. But yeah, so there might be some kind of weird threat under the ocean that's swarming the giant old turtle that is apparently wise and kind, and I'm not quite sure why we have an emotional connection, because that makes no sense. But yeah.
Orkira, you're capable of sending messages across the planes. Are you able to send messages on this plane?
Yeah, of course. If I know who I need to send to, I can.
I mean, if we had to get word to Vonda, for instance, like, oh, hey, by the way, like a giant death monster is going to be in the cave. Maybe don't be there. That's something you could communicate?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, do I need to do that now? Are we doing this now? I thought the big creature was like way out.
Yeah.
And we still have a big...
interesting though.
I feel like if we're even thinking along those lines of fight in the cave, that there's a lot of people down there. Maybe like some sort of heads up.
While we're discussing this, we might want to think about the idea of if we're dealing with a creature that's so immensely large. We dealt with this with the worm, making it smaller, perhaps, more manageable.
Or using its size against it in some way.
Large as well.
Well, I also have a way to make rather large creatures feel small. So we do have that.
I mean, me too, huh? And I show the swords.
Not really the same thing. I mean, yeah, kind of the same thing.
I do look at Alyndra and I say, I think trying to reason with it's not a bad idea. I do have a way with animals, but I think we kind of have to assume that she's not gonna want to talk to us. Like we try and talk, and then like when we met Chonkers had like two, like a brother and a sister, and like they were not interested. And even Chonkers was like 50-50, but like we got to a good place in our relationship. Like I find about 30% of the time I can get the animals to listen. So and maybe not plan A.
What if we found some chonkers like animals and Penelope learned to do her thing? Like, I don't know how useful a centipede is, but what if we found some big things under the ocean that maybe Penelope can mimic? Give us a fighting chance. I mean, Penelope is scary strong now.
I can do that.
I just like motion at Hank. I'm like, can you do that? I mean, he's from under the ocean. I don't know how this works. I don't know. Is like.
I'm sorry. Are you calling Hank a creature?
Yeah, look at him.
But he's a person that has scales.
No, he isn't. I mean, like he like can talk, but no. But I mean, like, look at this guy. He's like 12 foot tall. Like
you and I both were mind flayers at some point.
So I feel like I can speak with some authority on what makes a creature a creature. Yeah.
I
know
missed
what?
the metallic one.
Sentience is what defines an individual. An individual who believes they are a person is the one who decides whether or not they are persons. So
Nobody even checked with Hank and asked him if he thinks he's a person, but that's okay. That's okay.
I turn to Hank and I say in primordial, how do you define yourself?
I did not believe my personhood was in question.
Nor did I. And I turn back to Freely and I say, he's a person. Yeah, no question.
And I like behind Alyndra, I just say in primordial, slam.
While you're asking him questions, have you asked Hank if anyone's ever tried to talk to this Kretzala?
It's a very good point. So, Hank, the thoughts, what sort of experience do you have with this creature? And how have past interactions gone with it?
I was not around for its first battle with my people, but from what I understand, the ocean churns like a tempest is upon it. The air itself darkens and the water crackles with energy. And everything in its vicinity, anything that has the intelligence to, runs. And then it's just an ever-consuming maw. At least that's what people say they see first. From the depths, it comes. And it just consumes everything around it.
Orkira, I have a question real quick. So you're into this whole god thing, right?
Well, I mean, I have a god, yes.
Yeah, exactly. So how do you do the thingy thing where you're like, hey, listen to me?
What, like pray?
That's it. That's the thing. Okay, so the thing that everyone does to me, I'm not really good at the other direction on that one. So
everyone is strong. Everyone that's strong.
Right. Yeah. So how do I'm not saying I want to pray, but communicate with, say, a giant turtle? Like,
well, I don't have a lot of experience with a giant turtle, but at least when I want to talk to the phoenix, I just feel where, that part of me, there's like a part of me, usually it's like right here, right in my, right by my heart, that they're always kind of hanging out in. It's like warm. It's nice. And I just reach for that and say hi. And most of the time they don't answer. And then every once in a while they do. And it's nice.
Even maybe that is why you do not pray to anything. It is because you're undead and your insides are cold.
No, that's I was not praying a long time before that, but that's fair. I mean hurtful, but fair. I love you, sweetie.
Oh, it is not a criticism, merely an observation.
Oh, okay. By the way, those sturge tongues that we took out freely are gamey. They're definitely coming up.
They're a little gamey. I fear that your undead intestines may not have the ability to digest them, so I will be deep frying them a little bit more.
Yeah. I reach out and put my hands on both sides of Avren's face, and I say, all right, Ready for a little thought exercise, buddy?
Oh God.
Oh yeah. No, literally, that's how it starts.
Oh no,
Here's
no.
what you got to do. Inside, in your heart box, in your heart box, ask yourself, what would Freely say? And then just talk to the turtle inside your mind. I believe in you. And I do give you bardic inspiration.
Okay, so like I'm a super big deal turtle guy, and you should tell me what's going on. I'm also very tall for a halfling, so relatively compared to you, maybe doesn't seem like a big thing. Oh, by the way,
You're doing great. Keep going. No, but inside your
Very
heart box.
oh
competitive.
right, inside. Sorry, inside. All right.
You can talk out loud if it helps. I mean, that's usually what I do.
I sit down. I'm like, okay, I'm going to pretend I'm Orkira.
Alyndra literally takes out an encyclopedia of religion and hands it to Avren.
Oh, this is way better. Thank you. Okay, so.
I've never seen that before.
And I'm going to try to communicate with the turtle.
Hank sees you
I'm
sit
not
down
sure which
with
set of rituals you're looking for, because I'm not sure which god this is, because I'm not quite sure where we are.
I like the one with the pentacle.
Why don't you sit down and take a look at that, see if anything seems to match up with your experiences, and perhaps you can modify the rituals for your own encounter.
I stop your book at Asmodeus. I know him. Yeah. I'm going to attempt to pray.
Okay. How do you do so?
I try to imagine all the times I've seen Orkira do whatever Orkira does. I'm just gonna hold a book to my heart. I'm gonna like loosen up my shoulders like I got wings or something. I'm just gonna be like, in my head, I'm just like, okay. Turtle God, I don't know if you can hear me, but like, we know you're hurting, you need help. I may be saying this out loud as well. So, can you give us like kind of a direction you might be at, or like some kind of instructions so we can help you? Also, I'm super pious.
As you say this, you feel like almost like rain falling down on you. And as you look around, you notice it's Hank who's like created a little waterfall with his like, water jet ability and is spraying it down on you. And he starts laughing.
Now listen, if you don't get an answer, it's not that the turtle doesn't love you.
He says,
remember how sending sometimes takes some time?
He like giggles.
This is sending much further.
And he says in Primordial, he says, are you attempting to speak to Mother Turtle?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Whatever.
He's like, well, I know a bit about her.
Oh, yeah?
She is interesting. She is kind, but she is a goddess of redemption.
Ew.
She sinks to the deepest depths of the ocean and carries the enlightened to the surface on her back, reborn. She oftentimes requires sacrifice of spirit, sacrifice of soul. For upon her back, you are broken until you are made into something better, something stronger.
I mean, is it like a kind of fun pain, or is it kind of like an excruciating pain, or like a keyhole pain? Like what kind of pain are we talking here?
Like hurt me, but make me feel safe at the same time. Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Is there a safety word pain?
I creep up beside Avren and I say, well, the last time I had to explode, so.
Oh, that's right. Wow. Wait, you traded up from Palor.
No, that's not how that works.
He never lets you explode. It's weird.
Avren, I don't want you to explode because I am not a very good seamstress and I am not as good as you at stitching things up.
You're
sure
great
someone
at
has
stitching.
mending.
Most of my skin fits. It's great.
It's like warily I Sir Bisque a lot.
He's a beautiful boy, and you make one more comment about his appearance, and I will turn you back into a mind flayer.
You know, Sir Bisculat is also overly caffeinated, and Sir Bisculat is also offering free mind readings today if anybody is interested.
Me.
So at the risk of missing the thread here, you all, since we have Hank in attendance, we've got some time till Kretchmer arrives. I don't know how long, Hank.
The possibility of what was just described about the maw coming up from the depths. Is it possible that this isn't a creature at all? And that it's some sort of portal? if it comes with that regularity, could it be corresponding to some sort of astrological event and be a portal rising up from the depths?
Do portals come with teeth?
I watched this documentary about a place that had like digested for 1,000 years if you fell down it, but that's the only one I heard about.
Oh yeah.
That's a really creepy portal.
This is something I could think about or look into.
Oh god.
Well, but you said you had scouts. You said they've got eyes on Quetzala now. Does it look like a portal or does it look like a swimming beast?
Well, we have no idea where this creature comes from.
But you are certain it is a creature.
Yes. By all accounts. Sometimes it leaves its large nails and things like that in the water.
How long?
This sounds like a thing I know.
How long do we have till it gets here?
My estimation is 2 weeks.
Okay.
2 weeks.
So that's lots of time. That's like your average vacation.
Yeah, no, I just got here
Not
like
if
9
you're
days ago.
planning on using that. And he points like an off on the shore. You see fall of his breath, not far from where you are.
Yeah. So the city council is doing their best in the way that city councils do.
Oh, they're a bunch of bumbling idiots. What are we going to do to prepare for this thing? We have 2 weeks. Are we going to lure it?
I tried to pretend to be nice.
It's okay.
They're idiots. They're all morons.
They're bumbling. I don't know. They don't make any decisions. They just argue with each other all day. That is why the roads are not being prepared.
Is there a place further away where we could lure it? Where we would not be endangering people?
I feel like the cave, if we emptied everyone out of the cave, it would be safe.
But it's coming for the town, so how do we lure it away from the town?
It wants the turtle. Maybe that's the only thing that can stop it.
I think if a god took the time to talk to you, Avren, the situation is in fact dire, yes.
Listen, I talk to gods all the time. It's not usually on friendly terms, as you and I both experienced. So, yeah, take us to your turtle.
What does it want? Does it want solely to feed? Is it seeking something?
It's a good question.
It seems to feed upon people and creatures and fish and shellfish and soil and honestly I think just about anything that can fit inside its mouth.
So I have a great deal of all of those things inside of my bag of holding, and freely I believe you can make anything taste like anything. So perhaps we can use this bait to taste like something more delicious for our monster friend. Lure it up.
Like turtle? Or wait, how many people do you have in the bag of holding?
I wasn't going to say it. People, I don't have people. I have.
You said you had all those things.
I have fish.
You have fish.
I have gizzards. I have eyes. I have intestines.
I thought
I have tails.
People. Okay.
No, there's no people in my bag of holding.
Okay, so what do we think we should do? Should we? I'm tied to this turtle. I want the turtle on my brain, so I'd like to find out if the turtle's okay. I think that's the most imminent threat.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to do the right thing, so I don't know what we're supposed to like.
Well,
it seems scared.
If I might, something is sinking the fishing vessels. If the people cannot fish, they cannot eat, and then we will have a whole different set of problems here.
Is it possible that it has a mate?
I had not considered.
And no one's ever tried to talk to it.
No. Doesn't give much opportunity when you're fleeing from it.
Do your people have any legends of it? Of where it came from?
Some texts, but I'm not allowed to disclose them to outsiders. I can try to make a case.
I mean, the destruction.
What would be required to allow you to share that information?
Some type of mutual trust, I think. These people, and he points like at the town, have a sore history with my people. And words, let me retake that. And in the not so distant past, we battled each other.
I hold up the stone and I say, yes, but we have hunted together.
Ah, you have my favor. But getting permission to release our texts to you, that will be tricky. I can try to make a case.
If she were to come there and read it without having to release it, would that work?
Maybe. Maybe I could bring a guest to our great halls.
As far as I can tell, we do not have a seaworthy vessel until Salome is done. So there's not much we can do on the water at this exact second, because as we've established, this won't get it done. Pointing at Falva's breath.
I agree. However, the shipwright herself shows some promise. I think maybe it's a lack of materials that is holding her up. She put it together very quickly.
Do you think we could convince Sal to use the materials for the submersible to be converted into a more sturdy ship?
Yeah, that seems wiser. I mean, all you have to do is tip the boat over, so.
Or we could just take the submersible. I mean, if it's...
Yeah, no, that's what I mean.
Let's just do that.
We just enhance the submersible and make it special with the stuff.
So we're not going to try to get the weed that lets you breathe underwater. We're not going to do water breathing or any of that. We're just...
I thought Penelope said she could cover that for us.
I got you.
Well, if you can do that, is there anything we can do tonight? Like, can we go see your people and Alyndra can go read some books, or we can go talk to the turtle? I mean, Avren, if you want to, I can vouch for how fun it is to meet your god in person.
Yeah, it's not my god, so...
I don't know, you were praying to them.
I didn't pray to anybody.
You were just over there pretending to be me, except you were praying to a giant turtle.
Yeah, I was pretending to pray.
No, wait, like, Avren.
Well, maybe that's why you didn't get an answer.
Avren, pray is just one translation of a word that has many meanings, including converse, have discourse, converse. I said converse already. Discuss, chat,
meditate.
Mm-hmm.
It
doesn't have to be it doesn't have to carry the weight you seem to think it does.
Hey, let me put this in a way that Avren would understand. You're not asking the turtle for help. The turtle asks you for help. So you need to talk to the turtle so you can collect.
Oh, that makes way more sense. Of course.
There you go.
Of course,
do that, buddy.
Oh, no, I understand now.
Yeah.
Of course a god would want my help.
Yeah, do that.
That makes
thing.
complete
Do
sense
that.
now.
No, I know how that feels. That's why I'm
it was
here.
the wrong end of the stick before.
Right.
I'm like, I'm not going to help you. Why would I help you? But
There you
giant
go.
turtle god obviously needs my help. I'm very clever. So, okay, no, I get that. No, I'll start off with that. Yeah. So where, townsfolk, where's your most enlightening shrine? No one's around, are they?
Oh, we do. Well, I mean, there is the Abbey of Enlightenment, but you seem like kind of iffy on going there last time we talked about it.
All right, I'm gonna go there. But if they have any rulers, it's not gonna go well for them.
I turn and I look at Hank and I say, can we have 2 days to prepare on our side, and maybe you can scout the cave and then we can check back here and discuss?
He counts on his fingers to you and he says, scout the cave, figure out rumors of Mother Turtle's location, get permission to bring a guest to our great annals. This I can do.
It doesn't even have to be to the written information. It's even the lore that's passed down, the stories that are told to children. There's always a grain of truth there.
Well, I mean, you could meet my grandmother.
I would love to meet your grandmother.
She is what is called superstitious old coot.
I love those.
I do.
She may know something.
They usually do.
Oh. Sofieus,
Yes.
and Freely, very good at stabbing things, right?
I like to think so, yeah.
You're very proud of that, right?
Yeah, of course. Well, I mean, I don't like hurting things, but you know, it bees like that sometimes. Yeah, evil's got to go.
What's the best way that you do that?
When somebody else is in danger. Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, oh,
So,
you
like-
mean like this, and then like the green flame erupts around the blade, like this.
Right. So I know it's out of the box thinking, but what if the turtle wants a sacrifice of arms and solution? We replace all of those arms that we take from all the villagers, and we replace them with mechanical hands that have blades like yours. And it's
No,
like an
that's-
army of
that-
freelies.
That isn't. I literally like physically turn Avren and start heading towards the Abbey of Enlightenment. I'm like, that's not how that works,
No,
buddy. Let
just
me
listen.
no,
Listen.
No, well, no.
I don't know if that is the way to
Well-
solve for this, cutting off all the villagers' arms.
Well,
It's
see,
also
That's pretty extreme.
it's also midnight. I think everyone's asleep right now.
That's what that
I mean,
phrase
that would
means
be
is
the
to
best
arms.
time to cut
that's-
off everyone's
That is the
arms,
best
but-
time to start cutting arms off. So
he's right about that. We shouldn't do it, but if we were going to do it, this would be the time to do it. We're just
This
not
would
gonna.
be the ideal time.
yeah.
I'm a little worried that you've all thought about the best time to be cutting off other people's arms.
I mean, we wouldn't do it necessarily, but if we were going to do it now, would be a good time.
It's just-
Worried? Yes. Surprised? No.
that is just objectively true. But Hank, 2 days, my friend. This spot.
2 days.
Is there anything he would like us to do during those 2 days?
Yes, grandmother is very traditional. You'll have to bring a gift.
What is
What
she
sort
like?
of gift is a value to your people?
Arms.
Penelope is a gift, just her very presence.
Something
true.
shiny.
I agree.
Very smooth.
Something shiny?
Mm. Her house is very kitschy.
What is her favorite thing to eat?
Don't say
She-
halflings. Don't say halflings. Don't say halflings. Don't say halflings.
He like gives you an eye again and he's like, does he think we are animals?
Yes.
No.
No.
Assure
no.
him
Of course
my
not.
grandmother will not eat him.
Yeah. Well, he's mostly metal at this point. So gross.
Partially metal.
Sometimes when
Really?
you sleep, I replace
These are
things.
people. You need to treat them with respect.
All right, we will find you the shiniest thing possible. She's not by chance super into black pearls, is she?
I think such a thing would catch her fancy.
I cannot guarantee such a thing. I just.
It would be a very lavish gift. I think just something that would tickle her fancy. Amuse her.
Superstitious old aquatic coot. Got it.
Have a lot of interesting things.
I have the kitschiest, most beautiful, wonderful doll.
No.
And I can remove the curse from it before you give it to her.
It's
You
also
don't
not
speak
shiny.
primordial. Oh, well, maybe
Oh,
you
but
do.
it's kind of fun with the curse. Don't you agree, Orkira? It has so much personality.
You know, I
It's
know a
just
lot of
like
people.
Avren.
I know a lot of people with personality, and personality is great until they stab you. So no,
Yeah,
not
but
really.
this is so small. It's not going to stab anyone.
I've
And
never
we
stabbed
say
you.
that about
really.
Freely, and he stabs people all the time.
He doesn't. He never stabbed
But
you.
Freely is a halfling.
I didn't stab you. I mean, I
Yes.
don't think. It's hard to keep track these days.
It would be like a tiny spider biting you.
Yeah.
It wouldn't cause any real damage. It would just be offensive.
Do
You know,
you
I find
recall the healing that Avren required?
When?
After Machete was...
Oh yeah.
Attacking.
Well,
No,
yeah.
those
There
were
was
just
some substantial pain.
skin wounds.
Yeah.
That's how it starts. It's
It starts
always
with
how
the
it
skin
The
starts.
skin,
wounds.
which holds in internal organs and bones and things that are essential to functioning and staying alive.
I'm not 100% sure I need my name more,
Yeah,
but that's a good
actually, you
point.
know what? Alyndra kind of has a good point. As long as Machete doesn't have access to Freely's swords, you should be fine.
Are we gonna address the switch up? Or
It's like, okay, something happened.
okay, we're good. We're good. I was like,
Yeah.
B Dave is gonna DM.
E.
now.
Dave is now in charge of the show.
And now we get
So-
Daisy as a player. Yay!
Woo!
It's- I mean, I'm up. I don't even know what happened, but I'm in. So you guys head back into Port Argent. Yeah, right.
Okay, so you have a few different options on what you can do, just to like lay it all out. So we have we can do some bookkeeping here. 'Cause we've got a few quests and side quests. So I have been keeping track of what you as players have been interested in. I know that Jen, you wanted to meet a strange, I think they said there was a strange artisan that was like wanders from town to town telling stories of great legend.
Yes.
So that was one of the side quests we had. I know you want to visit the Abbey of Enlightenment. That was another side quest y'all had. I know you also wanted to look into some of the council matters and do some snooping around there. So that was one of the third things I had on my radar. And the last thing I had was, actually, I think that might be it for now. And you've given a couple of things. Oh, from last session, you mentioned wanting to talk to the shipwright to see if there was a way for you to strengthen the ship more. I don't know if that's still on the radar, but those are a few of the different things you can do while you're waiting for Hank to kind of finish up hit the tasks you've given him.
Okay.
So what do you all think?
A long
Pers-
rest last time, so I don't think you need
Yeah,
to
we
do that
rested before
now.
then. Yeah.
We did, but isn't it midnight now? Like, didn't we do an early rest so we could meet him at midnight and then
Yeah. So I
Does-
mean, we could fast forward to morning, so you could start planning what you want to do in the morning.
I think the Abbey of Enlightenment is not purely a side quest. I think it's kind of pivotal to everything that's happening here.
Agreed.
So I think definitely that's the top of the list for me.
Yeah, they're using a strange type of magic, and they want Port Argent destroyed. So, or someone who was there wanted Port Argent destroyed.
Yep. And maybe Avren's got to pray.
No.
Or
Wait,
trap.
Collect the debt. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to figure this out. Wait, what strange magic?
So in my notes, I have that that Jonathan Krigsby's mom belonged to the same order as Wendy and another person. One of them was using a different type of magic. One of the Wendy was a kid back then. One girl from their order did something terrible, and they kicked her out of town. The clerics from the Abbey often are outside of town doing social work. They run orphanages, renovate public structures, blah, blah, blah. But there was someone was using a different type of magic who is involved with the Abbey.
And maybe living out in the mudflats where we know someone who means us ill is out there. So that's one way or another. Need some answers from the old Abbey.
I
Okay.
would like to talk to the rock people. Maybe there's something fun we could do against the primordial, but that's not pressing right now. But I do want to like reconnect
Okay.
with them. They
I'll write
seem
that down
super
too.
fun.
So that hole that we came up through when we were down with the fair, that's not that far from here, and I can just fly up and down that thing. So if we need to go tell people at the fair that they need to flee because we're gonna bring a big sea monster somewhere, I can just go. I can even probably take Freely or Penelope with me.
See, this is an interesting idea because you mentioned earlier, like, you know, to Hank, using that hole to like get easy access to like meet Callie. Yeah, no, it would be a pretty good choke point to fight this thing in. And I would 100% say, given how much you helped your Rocky friend, you could enlist the help of the rock people to maybe shore up some defenses there or seal it off in a way so that it becomes something that the serpent can come into and not get out of if you wanted to do that. I'm pretty sure.
That was Grumble. Grumble was our Rocky friend. Yeah.
All right.
I think Callie nicknamed him Grumble because he was like just a grumbly boy, I believe.
We connected psychically, and that was all that she heard was grumble. It was like with the horses. That's all she heard, so that's what she used.
Yeah.
I do have Galeb Durr written next to Grumble's name.
Yes,
but,
yes,
yeah.
that's the
kind of creature it was. Yeah.
I like Grumble.
Yeah,
I like the Grumble people.
Yeah.
Rumble and the Grumble. Well, I don't think I have to sleep. How about everyone get some rest and we'll go get enlightened at the place of super annoying, evil, mean nuns, which I grew up in, and they don't like have any fun place.
You just say that because they're your family.
They're not my family. And I am not that we should split the party, but it is in the middle of the night, and I don't know what kind of hours Grumbles like to keep, but I thought I might drop by and just say, hey.
Well, I mean, I can go with you if you want to find the Grumbles because it was small and tight and I might be able to squeeze through where you can't. Penelope is pretty good at that too for the same reasons, halflings.
That's true.
Also, Penelope's quite good at connecting with nature if this is a natural creature.
Okay.
But also, you know a primordial?
Yeah, we met like 3 of them already now. Yeah.
I'm practically
So
a
I've never
primordial.
met a primordial.
Yeah, you met the Phoenix. They're a primordial.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
I wonder if the Phoenix knows your turtle. I should
Penelope,
ask.
maybe you can turn into a rock person. You want to come with me and go meet a rock? Meet a rock?
Primordial club.
Yeah, is that weird? Or like, do you just assume all primordials know each other? Like,
Do
I
they
mean,
get
is that
together and have coffee
I don't know. I should ask.
I mean, I know
or
Paylor and
booze?
he's a
it's worth a shot? Yeah.
So, yeah.
Hmm.
All right.
We
so
don't even know the turtle's name yet, do we? Like,
yeah.
I do think we learned the name of the turtle that everyone was
I think it was
worshipping.
Nellie's. Let me make sure.
I think it's Nellie's, but again, I wrote the
I
name
have
down
a lot of notes.
right next to it whose name that was. So
I'm actually
How-
happy Jen takes I know Jen and BD both take really exhaustive notes, and it helps me because sometimes for me that's like 8 pages back.
If we've learned anything, no one should ever be taking notes in D&D.
Except everyone
that
should
is,
be.
that is the
I
opposite
like how
of what
I'm
we
the
learned.
DM
That is
and I'm
the
like, I
opposite
think
of
I've
what
got
we
it
learned.
somewhere.
Notes to your friend.
Maybe
Yep.
we should. I mean, this is another conversation.
But
I think I'll just say we have a name for the turtle, and I will dig through
I do
17
think it's
pages of
Nellie's.
notes, and I'll find it.
Okay. Well,
That would have been 4 weeks ago, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Will I be messing things up if Avren just slips out in the middle of the night and goes to talk to
Not
some
at
rock
all.
folk?
Yeah,
Okay.
you could do that.
Okay. So,
Are you gonna take Freely and Penelope with you, or are you just?
I don't want to upset the cave. So, who wants to go? I think I
I
only
mean-
should take one.
I mean, the little ones. I mean, I'll go. I've been there.
Well, and I can also go because I think that we should probably have some baits, and I have some sturge meats and gizzards that have been fermenting for about a week now. It might be quite appetizing,
I don't think that's what rock elementals eat, Sofieus.
but
Yeah.
not the rock elemental. When we
Yeah.
go into the cave, we were hoping to.
The other cave.
Lure.
I'm going to the cave with the Grumbles.
Yeah, we're grumble hunting. We're
Okay,
the
so
cave in.
that's
Remember where we almost
okay.
died?
So I
Remember
don't
that
want to
place?
go. Don't want to go to the Grumble cave.
Okay. All right. You don't want to go to the Grumble cave.
So we're going to have a little rest right now.
Hey, Penelope. Actually, you and I never get any FaceTime. You and I never get to hang out. So let's go on an adventure. Hey, by the way, have you ever thought about getting magic from a different source? I start walking off with Penelope.
Not again.
So yeah, you make your way into what is essentially, I guess this is Penelope's first time here. What is a half collapsed mine shaft. They've put up various like supporting beams in places to sort of stabilize it. The further in you go, the less stable it is. Unfortunately, some of it has been rendered less stable by our party's last escapades into here. There are some little like offshoots from the main mine shaft that have completely collapsed. Others have some openings, but then further in there's rocks kind of and boulders blocking your way. Avren, you would remember which one you found your grumbly friend in.
Okay. All right, Penelope, we need to be like super stealthy and quiet. We're not trying to sneak up on anybody, but this whole cave is precarious, and I can't turn in. All I can turn into is this, and I turn undead, and then I flip back. But then I don't want to be stuck here for all eternity. You get me? Like you can turn into like snakes and eagles and stuff, right? That's your thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
don't leave me behind. Is what I'm trying to say. So just be careful, because I don't want to be that Dragor thing that's just in the cave that everyone forgot about, hanging out with the primordials for all eternity. So let's be just quiet and hey, Grumble.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot I know primordial. Grumble.
So as you're like trying to get into the very tight part of the cave that you got into the first time, go ahead and both of you give me, well, actually, do you decide to turn into something small or do you stay at your normal size, Penelope?
For now, I'm staying at my normal.
Okay. So as you go in, you have to cross that one beam that you did the first time. There's like all these, like, it almost looks like those tubes you had when you were a kid that you put marbles on and then you try to pull the pins out of. It very much looks like that. You have to like kind of move over one of these like beams and under another. Both of you give me dexterity checks.
All these are happy noises. I love all these noises.
9.
9. Okay.
And 15.
15.
Oh my god.
You rolled very poorly, but luckily for you, I got a nat 20.
Hey!
So
Am I lucky?
yes.
We're about to find out.
Yes. You're very lucky.
Someone in chat wins a legendary bundle.
Someone in chat wins a legendary bundle.
Someone loses a character.
So as you like step over this beam, your foot hits it as you like try to swing your other leg over it, and you stumble and you bring your weight down on the beam. And as you do, sitting at like an angle like this, and as you do, and it comes down an inch, the rock starts to kind of like flip down, but you see almost as though emerging from the rock wall itself, a hand come up and stop it, a big rocky hand. And then a second one come up and push the beam back.
Grumble, how you doing? And I give Grumble a hug.
Mm-hmm.
How
Your
you
arms
doing?
don't fit all the way around him. He kind of awkwardly gives you a hug back, seeing your gesture. It's probably a little too tight, a little uncomfortable. He's not used to small meat puppets. He kind of gives you a little squeeze. For a moment, you feel like your head's gonna pop off like the top of a soda bottle, and then he like lets you go.
It'll be fun.
He just brings one hand down on Penelope's head.
This is my friend Penelope. She's really good with nature. I'm not, especially now. And I just turned undead for a minute. But she's great. She's
You
lovely.
see him be like, he just says one word, spooky.
Yeah, I am very spooky. Yes, that's true, Grumble. I like you. So Penelope is wonderful. I've known her for years.
Penelope.
I think. Penelope.
Penelope.
Do you want to be my friend?
Penelope friend. Pulpy friend.
Yay.
Did you say puppy friend?
Pulpy
Said pulpy friend.
Pulpy
Mash,
friend.
mash, mash.
Oh. Yeah, sorry, yeah, she is. Yeah, she's great. She's actually like one of the nicest people I've ever known in my entire life. It's kind of disgusting, but she's everyone's
Lost?
friend. Yeah, she's a great person. So we were kind of asking. I hate coming here and asking for a favor.
He like reaches down and picks up a rock off the ground. You see him animated again into like a smaller version of himself.
Oh my god, it's
And
adorable.
he puts his hand on it and says, "Pulpy friend," and he like
Aw.
has it go towards Penelope.
Yay. So cute.
Yeah, she's gonna be one of my warlocks one day. Much in the same way. So, here's the thing. I got a turtle in my brain, and it's in trouble, and it's very old, and I think her name's Nelise. She's ancient, and she needs our help. And usually I'm against all of that kind of thing, but I thought that you could also be helpful because the world needs heroes, and I'm not one of them. She is. She's very tiny, but she's a big hero, and maybe you and your people could maybe help us trap this evil creature. There's something under the water, this monster that's eating all things, rocks, dirt, fish, people, ships, water, all of it. It seems to just want to consume all, and that could be very bad for, well, everything. And I was wondering if maybe, and I understand if the answer is no, would you be willing to help us?
Give me an insight check just to see how well you are able to understand how to communicate to Grumble in a way that he understands.
I got a 15.
Okay. And then, so he does understand or grasp what you're saying, I guess, which is like probably the most important part of this. And then give me a follow-up persuasion check just to see like whether he can be compelled to leave his very cozy cave.
That's a natural 20.
Very
Hey!
nice.
No way, I get also
Hooray!
add a d6 to it. So
Oh yeah, inspiration.
oh,
not-
and I
a
have
bardic
inspiration. I'll
inspiration.
do that because I have
Mhm.
this weird UA. Oh, a 1. So that was what? 29, 30, 1. So
High math.
31, 34. Yeah, I'm great about this. So 34. I got a total
Okay.
of 34.
He like sits for a moment, like, you know, kind of manipulating his little rock friend. And then he says, Grumble hero?
Grumble would definitely be a hero, though Grumble could always stay in his cave. But that's what makes you a hero. Like, you make the choice that others would not. I mean, you're not forced into this. You have to make that choice.
Grumble very strong.
You almost snapped my head like Tom and Shelby. So yes, I agree. You are absolutely very strong. You are very tough, and you could be saving a lot of lives.
Grumble help.
How many of there are you, Grumble?
Grumble have 4 friend.
Grumble, do you have other so you can make rocks move, right?
Mm.
Okay. Penelope, am I doing this right?
You're doing great.
Okay.
You got this.
All right. So does Grumble understand maps? So right. I start trying to draw a map to to the
Okay.
cave. Yeah.
All right.
Geographic. I'm trying to think in the way of a geode would think,
Mhm.
right? Like, okay, this seems hollower.
Yeah.
This seems a place to go.
Give me a I almost feel like it would help if you were a minor. Give me, I guess, let me see. I'm trying to think about what skills do you think Avren would bring to bear here?
Normally he just casts a spell and like unite our minds. He's but he doesn't know how to do that. So
Mhm.
he's desperately trying to communicate. Let me
I mean, we could try a nature check, but I'm not sure that would that would help you
Penelope
very well. I don't
saw
want to give you an additional
Uh,
benefit.
you know what, Penelope? I think you have a better sense of the land than I do. Can you
Yeah, I
Yeah,
always
maybe-
know where it is.
you can do that druidy thing. Maybe you can grow like daisies in the shape of where it needs to go.
Okay. Penelope will move her hands around as she casts mold earth. And you
Okay.
just see swirling spirals of dirt start to move and create a map as she's so good with direction. She knows exactly where everything is.
Okay, perfect. Go ahead and give me a nature check.
No. I swear it's a nat 20.
Hey! We're on a
This
roll.
makes up for the lack of bundles from like the last week.
Right.
Because I feel like last week we didn't have a single one.
No,
We
And
didn't. We
so-
gave one away at the
we
end.
gave
just
a
for
Yeah.
we gave a
funsies,
pity
but-
bundle,
Yeah.
a pity bundle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We give
So
a mulligan.
having
Yep.
3 this time is fantastic. Awesome. So you perfectly recreate starting. This is like fantastic to behold. you perfectly recreate like the cave that you, or the hole that you came up through all the way down, almost in 3D. It almost looks like a sideways cut of a ant colony, like a side section of it or whatever, cross section, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And you perfectly map in 3 dimensions for this rock creature to understand the subterranean cave where you engaged in some type of extreme sport from the realm of D&D. You mark it out to him, and I was going to have him roll an intelligence check, which was going to go very poorly for you. But with your nat 20, he gets it. He doesn't have to figure it out. It's pretty self-explanatory. He like kind of nods, it takes his big finger, kind of probably crushes some of the map. Because he circles like, or I guess he like traces the path he will take to get there, and then points at the place that you've like kind of indicated to him and like looks. And it is the cave that you came up through. And he's like,
Yeah. Very good. Very good.
meet here?
Yes. Meet here with friends.
Only for friend.
Oh. Hey, friend.
But you can make more rocks. You can make more rock friends too. All of you.
He
can
like
make-
points at his like little buddy that's
Yeah.
like sitting next to Penelope.
Yeah.
Then 6 friend.
I get immediately distracted and I just start like grabbing things and making little illusionary miniatures and putting them in the terrain that Penelope has made. So I'm just like, and then 5 feet, and then like
Grumble like claps his hands and then maneuvers his little animated rock, like tells him, points it to go over, and it like smashes all the things and smashes the cave.
Oh.
And smashes your little people.
I create like a minor illusion of like an evil like sea monster with tentacles and
Smashes
spewing
that
seawater.
too.
Yeah. Like, and it goes into the cave, and then like rocks fall, and then
Penelope,
AoE.
Penelope like makes little graves for the fallen ones, and Druid crafts some flowers on top of them.
And then
As you do this, Grumble looks at you and says, 10 friend.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Now I feel things. Yes, 10 friends. Okay. Well, we got about 2 weeks. I don't know if you get the sun down here, but it's gonna get hot. It's gonna get cold. It's gonna get hot. Yeah. You got it. You're a rock. You're consistent. Probably know time better than I do. We should probably get back to the others.
Content, yes.
Yeah. Okay, well, enjoy
Bye.
the cave, and we'll see you
Bye-bye.
there.
Bye now. He like grabs you and calmly places you over the beam. Bye.
I try to give him a hug.
Bye-bye.
He like gives you like another squeeze back. You feel the veins in your head kind of thrum a little bit as he does it.
That was a rip. That's fine. I'm gonna stitch that back.
And he like puts Penelope over the rock too.
Whee!
And then like once again you feel like a crushing pressure. It's his hand very gently, not so gently, pats you on the head and says, bye.
Bye-bye.
Go.
See, wasn't that fun?
So much fun.
Now, wouldn't you like to become a warlock?
Yeah, so much fun.
Wouldn't
Wait,
you what? You just said yes. That's the deal. We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
All right, let's head back to the others.
Okay.
When you head back to the others, like I think everybody else will be asleep at the inn, trying to get on a normal schedule. Hank has thrown things off for y'all because
I've put
crackhead hours.
I fell asleep, but Sir Bissola is waiting outside to wait for Avren and Penelope to come back and ask them how their adventure into the cave went, so that it wakes me up when I'm sleeping telepathically.
Mm-hmm.
I don't sleep, so
I
Are you
was
staying
going.
with your parents, or do you take a room at the inn?
I'm an adult. Thank you very much. I can take my own room.
I mean, she can stay with her parents, but her bedroom has been turned into a laboratory. So
In a workout room.
We have an inflatable bed. Very comfortable.
Yeah.
There's laundry.
Have you
hanging
tried
on
sleeping
your
on it?
makeshift, whatever
There's-
it's called, treadmill.
What did you do
Yeah.
to my bookshelf?
Well, we needed some more storage space for my glassware. That is definitely not holding anything illegal.
No, if it's poison.
None of it is poison.
None of it is poison.
There's a hole burned from acid straight through the center of one of the shelves.
You know, on second thought, maybe it's better that you stay in the hotel.
That's technically acid, not poison.
What?
Rocks are poisonous. We just talked to a bunch of poisonous people. Just saying. Penelope, how did it go? We did good, right? I did good?
Yeah, we did great.
Yeah. Talk to rock people, and rock people are going to come help us. It's going to be
Rock people
fantastic.
are the best people.
They are actually kind of the best people, actually.
B. Dave, I feel like you've been waiting to say something. I'm so sorry.
On the way back to the inn before I went to sleep, I would pass by Chucksena and Bonnie's house and just see
Okay.
if it looks like anyone's awake. Like if the lights are on, if I see them inside or anything.
The lights would be off.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't knock or anything. It's like if it doesn't seem like anyone's awake, I don't do anything.
Okay.
And then yep. I do go back to the inn and sleep then.
All right. Yeah, when you get back there, your room is I think you repaired the walls, so it looks in a lot better shape, to be in a lot better shape than when you left it. You notice Salazar has like had some of the tapestry that was like kind of blown apart, like replaced with a prettier one, something that looks nicer on the wall. And made sure all of the debris that had like burst inwards has been swept up, so your room has been house kept. All right.
And
So, oh yes, continue.
I was gonna say before Orkira goes to bed, especially after everything that just happened, she would like to try to chat with the Phoenix for a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
And do a little bit of praying. And so she'll sit on the bed and she'll pull out her holy symbol, which is the book of the Phoenix. It's literally her holy book. And she'll sit.
So I don't know where I am again. Do you happen to know there's a turtle god that's named Nelise? Is that someone you know? Is that someone we should be helping?
You feel a positive feeling in your chest as you kind of look up and you ask if this is something you should do. You feel
Okay,
like a weight lifting off your chest a little bit.
Okay, good. That's good to know. All right. And do you know anything about a big giant maw creature? Maybe a portal with teeth? Maybe a giant serpent with lots of lightning? Does that sound like anything?
And you almost feel like you're getting like interference, like the connection is like a little weak because of where you're at, but you also feel like a sinking feeling.
Okay, all right. How are you doing?
Your mouth vaguely tastes like bubblegum.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, I can look for bubblegum, sure. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to really look around the town yet. We just got here like yesterday. Today. If you sleep, does that count as a new day? I don't know. Anyway, all right, I'll try to find you some bubblegum. Thank you.
And she'll go to sleep.
The night passes uneventfully. You dream of floating phoenixes and circling around your head as you catch some good Z's. And you wake up in the inn to the sound of cooking breakfast and very gentle, like sort of humdrum. There's not that many guests here. There's only a handful. So it's not crazy in the morning here. It normally picks up in the evening.
Penelope, how did the rock people thing go?
The rock people were so amazing, and it was really cool. And I drew this really cool map, and then we were like, pew, 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 pew. And then we made a deal, and it's all good to go.
Okay, that sounds awesome. What do they need? Do they
Yeah.
need anything?
Penelope and I made a deal. Is that bacon?
You made a
Sofieus
deal
want
about.
some bacon?
Oh, you made a deal about what?
Just a deal that the rock people are gonna join us.
Oh, okay. Did the rock people need anything?
You know, Avren, I forget. Did they need anything?
But that's the whole thing about being a hero, right? Like they never want anything in return. Well, I'll make sure. No, I know. They didn't ask for anything, but we'll make sure no one ever mines in that mine ever again, so that their homes are never invaded again. But we were already going to do that, so maybe we can think of something extra we can do to preserve their habitat. You can mold earth. You can make that entire area way more stable for them.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe seal it off so no one's tempted.
Do that.
Ooh, we could put all kinds of creepy glyphs everywhere so people think it's haunted. And like wind will move through the caves, and Sofieus can like set up little magical traps that like scare people off, like, I am the dead miner, come to eat your soul. And then no one will ever go in the cave.
Or why don't you just tell them the truth, that there's rock people in there that are going to help save the town, and in return, don't destroy their home.
That sounds even more insane than what I just described to you.
It doesn't sound fun at all.
No. Like ghosts. Like ghost creepy sounds are like way 100%. Oh, there's some rock people in the cave and they helped you. They saved your life. No one's going to believe that.
But they're going to believe ghosts?
Yeah.
Have you seen me? Lately? Like,
Yeah.
I was pale before.
You're not a ghost, though. I figured that out. All right. Well, you know these people better than I do. So what are we doing this morning?
Well, eating bacon, right, Sofieus? And then, okay, well, bacon's on the agenda, and then
Well, it's not really so much bacon as it is pork rind. I'm sorry. There's really not a lot of pig around these parts. It's really just dried pig parts. So yeah, I apologize.
Who eats pork rind? What's sick?
People who don't have fresh pig. I don't know. So it is, it is deep fried. It is fluffy. It is delicious. I don't think Orkira minds. She likes it.
Wow.
She likes
well,
it.
That's it. Well, if Orkira likes it.
Listen, I spent 5 years living on the side of a volcano. I'm not that picky.
All right, that checks out.
See, she is not that picky, but also what I make is delicious. I can take something that should not be eaten and make it edible. And Orkira is my #1 tester of all foods. As you know, I'm coming up with a new menu for our monster morsel. Orkira, can you tell me what your favorite food in this plane is?
Marshmallows. And I'll pull out the little bag of marshmallows and do you want one?
Oh, I've never tried a marsh. Does it come from the marsh?
No, it comes from this plant. I don't know if you can find the plant around here, but yeah, these are a little stale, but here you go. Do you want one?
Sure. And she tries it. No, it is fluffy and sweet. Has a strange texture.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. I gotta find some bubble gum for the Phoenix. Do you know where I could find some bubble gum?
She brings out like a pound of it.
What?
Oh, this is great.
Well, that was easy.
I have a baby of gum.
I
don't know how much I need.
I have a lot of bubble gum. Take what you need.
Okay.
And she'll just grab a handful and put it in her own bag and be like,
I don't know. The next time I'm gonna visit the volcano, but this is great.
Okay, just know if you're around me within 10 feet, if you eat it, you will go invisible for an hour. So just a word to the wise.
Do I have to put the whole thing in my mouth?
because she's taken like an entire claw full of bubble gum.
It doesn't matter if it is just one stick or a pound of it. You're going to go invisible for 1 hour. So as much as you like.
And that's good to know. I don't know if I could put the whole thing in my mouth. All right.
Yeah. I think my new menu item for Orkira for my future monster morsel food truck will be s'mores.
Ooh, what's that?
A s'more. Ooh, it is when you take something that can be melted and you put it on a cracker and it is sweet. And because you have a fire breath, yes, you can be my main chef for this menu item.
Okay. Does being a chef involve more than just burning things? Because
No, not really.
Oh, okay. Well,
I mean, not from my experience anyways.
All right. Well, I'm always happy to help. Although we should probably save the town first.
We should definitely get back to the task, yes.
Yeah. But thanks for the bubble gum.
You're welcome.
Okay, Avren, give me a dexterity saving throw.
It's not my fault.
Waiting to
this
do that for
time.
like 10 minutes.
I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
All right, Avren.
I'm not. This makes me so happy.
We should never introduce them. I say that to Alyndra.
This is perfect because when things go wrong,
Hey.
Orkira can lesser restorate herself. So
It's a 13.
Mm-hmm.
That's exciting.
Let's see what I get. So you feel a rustling, and you feel as though your coin is moving of its own accord.
I grab right next to like my coin purse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just grip it with like all of my strength.
Okay. You feel something soft and plushy in your hand.
I pull it up.
It's machete.
Machete, what have we talked about? Only steal from other people. Only steal from other people. Only steal from other people.
As you shake her, she tries to stab your hand with her knife.
No stabbing. Bad. And I take out a little spray gun that like Sofieus maybe.
She misses. Machete hates you. Machete will rob you blind and blind you.
Machete smells delicious.
Well, Avren loves machete.
Eat
So,
machete.
if
Machete will give you
Machete's
terrible,
upset-
terrible tummy ache. Machete will give you diarrhea. Machete will get the last laugh.
I'm
What is
already dead.
diarrhea?
I am constantly in
You'll find
diarrhea. So
Eat machete. See what happens. Machete hates you.
I mean,
what
we
does
could.
machete hate? What has machete
Machete only
unresolved?
feels hate.
Why? What's hurt you?
Machete hates your face. Your
Why?
face hurts Machete.
My face hurts, machete?
It's that terrible. It hurts Machete. Look,
Yeah.
isn't it hurts
I
Machete?
think I know the first ingredient to our s'mores, and I think I know we're going to call it the machete s'more.
Oh, I don't want to eat the creepy doll. No,
Machete,
no, no,
more
no.
like
No.
Machete, because Machete's gonna give you a stomach ache.
The more shitties.
I'm so impressed that I fucking came up with that.
That's amazing.
Excuse my language. I am so sorry.
I'm not.
It's just this doll. Did you hear the story, children, of the doll that comes in the night? It gives you the shitties.
It's the poop fairy.
Does Avren still have thief across his forehead?
Yes.
Okay.
That's not fair.
No, right now, currently, I think it says totally not a
Totally
thief.
not a thief.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
regrets.
Forgot about
So
that.
it was a
My
minor
chest.
illusion, right?
Yeah.
So
Well,
it,
I think
that only lasts for a minute,
You stay
Yeah.
out of this, daughter.
unless you're constantly casting it on him.
You stay out of this. This is a mom and dad conversation.
Hold on. Let mom figure this out. Let's how long can I keep up this illusion for?
like Jen said, you just have to cast it, like,
Over and over again.
Constantly.
Because Alyndra is paying attention, Sofieus is just gonna pretend like it's always been there.
Mhm.
And cast
Machete-
minor illusion again.
Machete, would you maybe like to hang out with someone else other than me, since you don't like my face so much? Can I interest you in a halfling with a sword hand, or can I interest you in everyone's best friend, Penelope Halfpint? She has a lovely
Notice
face.
that Machete has taken kind of a soft spot for Freely, mostly because Freely has thus far unconditionally supported Machete in her murderous ways.
When did I ever stop Machete from murdering anything? I'm hurt.
Machete will make you feel hurt.
All right.
Machete!
This doesn't hurt my feelings at all. I want you to know
Sophia's
that.
is staring at Machete, thinking of all the ways she can turn her into a s'more.
Freely.
I've expressed unilateral support for Machete numerous times, but quick question: when are we going to the Abbey of Enlightenment? Because we got 2
not yet.
days
We need
till the
to
monster
handle
attacks.
this. No. Listen.
Maybe stop stealing things, and you wouldn't get cursed items. This doll was objectively horrific, and you went out of your way to swindle people, and now we're suffering for your consequences. I am very much on Machete's side in all of this.
Look,
Have you ever been a
Freely,
parent?
I understand I left coins. They might be cursed, but I left
And-
coins at the scene of the crime.
so
That
you
should absolve me from any
you-
kind of consequences.
you stole
Two
a
curses
doll.
don't make a blessing.
and paid with cursed currency. So I'm with Machete on this. Machete. When he sleeps, we'll get him.
Yes, Machete will plot with you. And she like kind of waddles over and sits on Freely's shoulder.
That's super
Machete
loud.
also desires a knife for a hand.
Yeah, you gotta work up to this.
Rip off Machete's arms and replace them with knives.
No, your arms
I
are
got
perfect
you.
right there.
And I tear off her arms.
If he goes to grab her and she's close, I don't let him. I'm like, no.
That would be like a
Give it to me,
opposed
give it to
roll.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or rather, like, yeah, I think your dex is
What-
higher.
I mean, I am faster than him, but you tell me what are we doing?
I think it would be your passive perception.
Oh.
Just to see if you see it before it happens.
All right. I'm not very perceptive. It's only an 11.
Okay. So Avren moves pretty quickly, manages to put his hands on Machete. From here, you can decide what happens.
No, I super grapple him. Like when he reads him, hey, stop. you leave her alone. And I got a natural 20.
Hey, wow.
What?
Oh, jeez.
So that is 24 total. I like legit like full Tai Chi just sweep him. Like, stop it.
We've had something like 6 rolls tonight, and 5 of them have been nat 20s.
I know, that's insane.
That is true.
Roll your unarmed damage.
I don't really want to hurt him, but
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I don't want to hurt him. I'm
right.
just
Just sweeps you.
Yeah.
So, Avren, this is what this experience is like. 1 second, Machete's gushy arms, her gushy stuffing arms are in your hands. The next second, you're looking at the ceiling.
I will say, especially with a 20, because experiences in grappling, I roll him, but I like keep my palm under his head where I just like gently lay his head on the ground.
Yeah.
Like, stop it.
You almost feel disoriented, like you were dropped through a portal. Like you were there, and then you're looking at the ceiling. You didn't even experience pain.
And cast slow and freely.
All I say is Abbey of Enlightenment.
I just kind of get up and like Quicksilver slow motion. Like it's like freely is just like moving slowly. I'm like, I just take out some scissors, snip, and take off. No one else is moving slow, by the way. Just freely. I take off the arms and I tuck them in my pocket. And I give Machete a knife.
For each arm.
Yeah.
So you have like now like a soft doll hand, and then you have like one of those harder doll hands because she has 2 mismatched hands.
Yeah.
And now she has knives for hands.
You can go be with your friend now.
And she like, goes and plops back over on Freely's shoulder and just says, "Twin! 2 is better than 1!" And she fist bumps you with her knife.
I'm going to lean over to Alyndra and I'm going to say,
Eventually, I'm just going to remove the curse when it comes for one of us.
Please do.
And it's going to be great.
Sophia's.
Yes.
I
Yes,
have
it
its
will.
arms.
Also, was that not an objectively cruel act?
Yeah, but every time I try to, do something to end this, I just get yelled at. So I'm just waiting for the moment where Machete comes after one of us, and then I'm going to boop.
I
talking about
put
Machete, I'm
Machete's
talking
hands
about
on my
Avren.
fingers and I'm like, you're not going to curse me at all.
Sure.
This is why she's gonna stab you in the eyeballs. Can we go to the Abbey of Enlightenment now?
Oh, yeah, let's get enlightened. Let's get our enlightenment on.
Yeah, let's take the creepy doll that's cursed that now has 2 swords for arms to the Abbey of Enlightenment.
They're
maybe-
two scissor blades.
Machete,
They're not real
maybe-
swords.
Machete, it's true. It might not be your kind of place. I mean, where do you want to be, my friend?
Mm-hmm.
It's up to you, little.
Machete,
Go ahead.
Machete locks her 2 like scissor blades together to make like a normal scissors as she like kind of puts them around your arms, and then she goes limp
Oh.
and pretends
Oh.
to be a normal doll.
Oh, she's sleeping. Okay, all right.
Mhm.
Okay,
So you
I'll
just
roll
have
with
like this weird scissor necklace kind of now. The scissor's kind of sitting like,
Yeah.
that's how she like kind of locks her arms.
I kind of like pull up my jerkin a little bit so it's not right on my skin. I'm like, okay, all right, that's unpleasant. Like when a cat's eating you, you're like, I love you, but okay, all right, yeah. But I do let her stay there.
So she just kind of like understands what you're asking of her. And you notice with you, she tends to kind of heal a little bit. You don't know how long her discipline will last, but it'll last for a little while.
Well, when it doesn't, I'll just throw it at Avren's face. It's good. So I'm like, we ready to roll? Everybody food, full bellies? We're Abbey of Enlightenment. We got like, world to save. Worlds, towns.
Freely's Guide to Parenting. Just like, I'm done with you, child.
You just cut its arms off and abandoned your actual child. You have no authority here.
We all have parenting styles that are unique and different. Okay, everyone's childhood is objectionably hard.
Sorry, Alyndra. Those words landed different when you weren't, around. I love you dearly. And then I do turn and walk out of the room.
So this is the conversation you have as you slowly start to make your way out of town in the direction that you've heard the Abbey of Enlightenment is. It's not, like I said, its location is not particularly hidden. And the way there is pretty uneventful. It's a beautiful sunny morning, and you walk through the beautiful countryside, past Millie's house and past some of the farmsteads you saw when you first landed here. After walking about 3 miles, you do come upon like a beautiful, almost overgrown with like mosses and daisies and flowers abbey. It doesn't look very very, I guess, religious in nature. It doesn't look much like a church. It looks more like a schoolhouse. It is long and low to the ground with like a stone brick sides and a more thatched roof. And like I said, it's overgrown with all types of like vines and mosses and things like that. It's not the most well kept, in the sense that you can tell they don't have the funding to maybe like redo some of the places where some of the walls are coming down a little bit, but it is well loved. There is a beautiful garden outside, and it's got flowers of all different types, fat, happy bumblebees buzzing around, smells heavily of lavender, heavenly as well. And there's a beautiful archway above it. You see one person that you recognize, like kind of standing outside. Sorry, that sounded weird. Am I coming across as?
Yeah, I heard it too.
Okay.
The sound is wonking. Yeah.
Okay, I finally lost it.
Okay, I think it's fixed.
Okay.
Oh, poor Hope. She's been having issues all day. Okay. So you recognize one person out front, which is Wendy. She's got these big gardening gloves on, and she's like uprooting, like weeds and stuff like that. And you do hear like a familiar voice like behind her, like she's got dirt on her face and her hair is pulled in that same signature hairstyle it always is with the 2 pigtails. And she's got a baby spade in one hand and a bucket in the other. And sure enough, it is Daisy. And she's like kind of like arguing with her mom a little bit, but not real arguing. Her mom's just like, no, don't do that. Don't uproot that. No, the other one. The weeds, Daisy, the weeds, not the flowers. She's like, well, those ones are ugly anyway. I don't really like them. They smell like poop. They don't smell like poop.
As we approach, I do say to everybody, that's the child Avren made a warlock. Hey, Daisy.
Daisy waves her spade at you, spelling like, soil and trash everywhere. She does so. Then she throws it on the ground unceremoniously, tramples through a flower bed, and comes towards you.
Hello, Daisy. How's your mom and the family?
Well, I got troubles. My mom said I have to come stay with her here while she's working. I can't be at home alone anymore.
Was it the giant crab that you rode home?
No, that did get me into some trouble, but that was like a day ago. No, it's the other troubles.
Oh, what were those? Listen, remember, you gotta mind your mom. Your mom cares about you deeply.
I know. It's just sometimes, I care about me too, and I'm like, I want to do what I want to do.
No, I understand that feeling. What else did you do?
Well, I
If-
mean, I hung out. Like, what did I do? I went to the street fair in town, and I
Okay.
bought some cool trinkets there. That was pretty nice. And then what else did I do? My mom told me to stay home, but I didn't the entire time. I got away. And then she asked me, the local people at the tutor lady to keep me at home. But, honestly, I just was able to wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, and get out again. So now she said I have to come with her when she's working at the Abbey. She keep an eye on me. So I was growing flowers and stuff. But I want to grow other things, because these ones are stupid.
How well, I want you to meet someone. This is my really good friend Orkira, and this is
Wow, that's a dragon. That's cool. Did you do that to her? Did you do that to yourself? Can I do that to me? I bet you I could. And she like closes her eyes, and you see her kind of like alter herself to look like a mini version of Orkira.
I don't know whether to be flattered or horrified. Hi.
They grew up
That's
so
so
fast.
cool. That's so amazing.
Thanks. Hi. It's nice to meet you.
You're beautiful. I've heard that exists, but I've only seen it in books.
I'm not really
Your nose is so big. That's so cool. Your mouth is so big. I bet you could fit so many oranges in there all at one time. You could probably put 6 in there. We should try that. I think they have oranges inside. We should see how many we could put in there. That's so cool.
Are they like the full-size oranges or those little
Yeah,
ones?
like the big ones. What if we got the big ones and we just started counting? I just started putting them in and we just saw how many you could fit.
Okay, but you gotta leave the rinds on because they taste better with the rinds on.
Oh, that I agree with that. Yeah,
Yeah.
because that also makes them kind of spicy.
This is
Your
also
oranges are spicy?
Like a little bit, yeah.
Oh,
The
yeah,
mom
I'd like
says
to
I'm
try that.
mildly allergic, but I still eat them from time to time. You
Oh,
hear
I can
Wendy,
fix
like
that.
kind of say, "Stop eating oranges," and she's like, "Well, sometimes is okay. It's a sometimes food, I think."
Let me ask you this: do oranges make you a little stuffed up? Is that because you still got a little? And I do physically. I go to wipe her nose, but I hit her with prestidigitation, so she's not filthy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, her face, and now you see she has like beautiful bright green skin. It's like grass during spring. And when Freely wipes her face off, you see just these 2 very large for her face amethyst eyes. And her little goblin face looks like very flushed since she's been out in the sun and she's been running around. And yeah, without the snot, she's actually kind of a cute child.
And do you remember my wife, Sofieus?
Well, yeah, I'm not a baby. I remember stuff. You guys were only gone for like 2 days. Why would I not remember that?
Well, it feels like a lifetime for us. Lots of things happened.
I
There were
remember
turtles and giant
that.
crabs and
Yeah,
threats of
I'm
giant
sure
sea
you
monsters.
forgot. I'm sure you forgot about a lot of stuff.
No,
No, I'm pretty sure you did.
I didn't. And
Well, I'm pretty sure you did.
I didn't.
I'm also pretty sure you did. Also, Penelope, this is my very best friend in the whole world, Penelope. This is, I suppose, Warlock's sister, Daisy.
Hi, Penelope. How
Hello.
are you?
It's so nice to meet you. Do you want to be my friend?
I like your flower cloak. That's cool. I got a flower on my backpack. It's pretty cool. I made it myself.
That's so cool. I like it. Hey,
I like you. You're pretty cool. You're pretty nice. I like that you're covered in flowers. That's pretty cool.
flowers are the best.
They are. They're pretty cool. Except those ones. Those ones smell bad. No, they don't. You hear from like over the fence.
Daisy,
What?
How
What
do
do you
you-
want? What do you want? What do you want?
how do you feel about dolls?
What do I
Don't
look like?
you
No, I
dare.
don't.
Absolutely not.
What a terrible question to ask.
Absolutely not.
Never mind. No.
Also-
we didn't get you a doll. So
Well, I would hope not. What about my character would lead you to think that I like dolls? Is it just because I'm a girl? Wow. Are you hearing this, Freely? You're just going to let that slide?
I've got
I
a
also
pistol.
said giving you the doll was a bad idea. That's true. And you already gave her these, and I do shoot one of my Eldritch Blasts off into the distance. She doesn't need a gun.
Well, I got a wand. I've got a skull.
Avren,
Also,
I don't know where that
Avren.
came
Right.
from.
You're right. He did give me some stuff, but then he took it away. But that's okay because I got it back.
Excuse me?
Yeah, exactly where did you get it back from?
Well, that's none of your business because you're not my manager anymore.
Excuse me, Daisy, you and I, we've been really great friends all this time, and
Yeah.
it is important to know who else offered you the things we do. 'Cause remember, we've been working
Well,
on this.
she was really pretty and she was
Uh-huh.
really nice.
Right.
And yeah, my mom says she's a stranger and you don't talk to strangers even if they're
Yeah, sure.
pretty.
Right?
So
Yeah.
I'd have got in trouble for that.
Uh-huh. But she gave you back what we've got, and I do activate the green flame blade, so my sword catches on fire. I'm like, she
Mhm.
gave you this again.
Oh yeah, I could do all kinds of stuff. I could do everything I could do before, and I could do a little bit more. It's because I'm my own. I'm not my own manager now, but you're not my manager.
Well, I'm your friend. I was never your manager. Hey, can you do
Well,
things
no,
like
I'm talking about him. You're always my friend, but he was all like, "I'm your supervisor, not my supervisor no more." Mm-mm.
I summon a minor illusion of Avren's face, and I'm like, can you do this?
She does. She
Can
like
you
summons a minor illusion.
Can you show me the lady's face?
Well, I could, but that would be kind of telling, wouldn't it? Are you gonna go do
It's-
something terrible to her because
it's-
she did this?
No, I
No.
gave you a big. I gave you the big gift of magic, and I took it away from you because I'm super
Because
mean.
your head is made of poop.
That's my head is made of poop. It's true, and I clearly would not be angry with anyone who gave you magic because I've done it before. So whoever you show us who gave you the magic, we want to reward them if anything, because frankly, I don't have the time to keep giving you magic all the time. But this person did me a favor.
Give me a deception roll.
Thank you.
While he's doing that, I'm going to lean over to Alyndra and say, so does this happen often?
More than you would think.
You can see she's got tears in her eyes.
23.
Oh, okay. She like thinks about it and she's like, well, I suppose if we're gonna give her an award, not that I think she needs an award from you. And as she's about to conjure it, she looks at like around everybody. She's like, but you didn't introduce me to her. And she points at Alyndra.
Well, that's my daughter, Alyndra. Me and Sofieus' daughter.
You have a daughter?
I do.
How do you not mention that?
To keep her safe from bad people.
Like you? How you gonna keep her safe from you?
That's the point.
Yeah, well.
I'm trying to keep everyone safe from me.
Hi, Lindy. My
Doesn't
name is
sound like it.
Daisy. Why are you crying? Do you need my handkerchief? She pulls out a really dirty white lace handkerchief.
I
Prestidigitate
it.
All these hands go up.
Here you go. Here you go, Lindy. Here's a clean handkerchief for you.
Thank you. And she wipes her eyes. It's very nice to meet you.
Are you allergic to oranges too? Is that what's going on?
That must be it, yes.
Oh, okay.
What are you growing there?
Oh, well, there's some tulips in the field. I'm going to replace them maybe with some daisies and some other stuff. Maybe some sunflowers because I do like those.
Oh, sunflowers
You
are
still want to see
beautiful.
a picture of my lady? Because you're so jealous.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Maybe she can help me because I want more powers too. Yeah.
She like summons like this she like puts up this very grand like gesture as she does it and conjures like this very large image of a beautiful woman. She has like pointed ears and fair skin, and she has like long, almost like flowing, almost like radiant white hair. And she has green eyes, and her face looks almost doe-like in a lot of ways.
Have we seen this woman before?
No, it looks like a painting.
You guys see freely
Does
very much
she-
like
Very Galadriel-like.
Does she match the description of anyone I read about or know about?
Give me a history check.
$17.
With the 17, you get this impression just from looking at it that they look vaguely celestial in nature.
Okay.
I hit Daisy with message so she can hear me, but no one else can. And I just tell her I'd really like to meet her new friend.
And she hits you back and she's like, maybe I can invite you over for mud pies and tea if my mom lets me go see her again.
Anytime, Daisy. Remember, I found your old spot with all the traps. No, I know you know how to throw a party.
I know. This part she says out loud.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, we gotta talk to your mom about something here. So, but hey, if you need any help with the stuff, you know where to find me, okay?
Oh yeah. And she notices like where the scissors have kind of nicked you a little bit before you move them onto your jerkin. You notice she just takes you, goes like that, and just heals it away.
Oh, Daisy, you're really good at that. Is that what
There you go.
the lady gave you?
Well, I'm not a lady number tells.
Hey,
Well,
just
If a lady never tells, then the lady shouldn't show off either. So, but now you showed off, so you gotta tell.
Well, no, I don't, because a dragon lady number asks and a lady number tells.
I
Right.
kneel down and I get right in her face and I say, Daisy, you know, I'm different than everybody else. I've never met anybody else quite like me, that it's just something in my blood that I can just do things. Like sometimes when I'm about to get sick or I'm about to get hurt and I just like concentrate really hard and I can just win because I feel like just it's in my blood, right? Like I just feel it. Does that happen to you now?
I don't know about that. I don't know if it's inside me.
Just a feeling right here.
But sometimes I can ask her for stuff and she gives it to me, and it's a good thing. I feel like she's always with me. And sometimes I'll go, ring, ring, ring. How you doing? When I'm lonely, and she'll answer. And she'll be like, what's up? Except she doesn't say it like that. That's okay.
Do you have a name you call her?
I just call her lady. You see how pretty she is? She says
She's
maybe I'll look like her
beautiful.
when I grow up. But she says I'm pretty now. So
Yeah, very pretty now. Very pretty now.
And oh no, she only said the thing about if my mom will let me talk to her again to freely, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Message. Yeah.
Is she wearing any sort of symbol or jewelry?
No, this is a very dirty, like at one point her clothes were like cute, but she's wearing the same garb she was when everybody else first met her, which is like shorts with a like basically like a very short dress over. And it's kind of frilly, but it's like not well taken care of. And she
Well,
wears socks that come up higher than her ankles.
I just super do her up with prestidigitation and mending. I did that the day we saved her. I do it again. Like she's showroom new here, you know?
Yeah. I don't know why I keep doing that. Probably just gonna mess it up again.
Well, I'll fix it again when you do. So we got to,
And I'll
Yeah.
take you go see her. And she like grabs your hand in hers. It's sticky. And she like leads you into the garden. She's like, Mom, these people want to see you, the people that you don't like. And Wendy just kind of like goes, "Ugh," and like puts her gardening tools down. And she's like, here, stay out of trouble. And she gives her her little bucket with the baby gardening tools in it. Go, stay out of trouble. And she kind of like shoos her away. What do you want?
Oh, yeah, that's right. We think someone who is very bad was once part of your organization, left, and may be causing lots of trouble in Argent. And it was indicated to us that you might know who the person might be.
That's not quite it.
Oh, did I
It's
I
that
misread the
someone
situation?
you knew
Well, they were part
may have a
of the order.
vendetta.
Yeah, but they used to be part of this order.
A vendetta.
Yes.
A vendetta against me?
No, just your organization.
I mean, no one's done anything to us.
Has anyone left?
This is a long time ago. You were a child.
And they're just acting now?
We don't know. There was a long time ago. There was an exploration of information, a type of magic that was not commonly used here.
Ah.
We're trying to find out more about what was happening there, and we know that there was something that came out of that it caused someone to be exiled.
I do remember briefly as a kid something like this happening.
What do you recall?
I remember there being a big to-do and everyone was present, and I was only a fledgling at the time, so I didn't really have a say. But they gathered all of the people in our order and decided and debated what to do with a person who had done some great trespass. I don't remember exactly what she did, but I don't know why she would hate us or wait so long to move against us. They deliberated for 3 days before they decided to kick her out. It's the only time I remember anyone being turned away from the order.
Are there records from what happened? Like a list of grievances or what this person did wrong or what their name was?
I'm sure I could probably pull something up. And she like kind of puts her tools away and she goes and she's like, but I mean, you would probably know better than anyone else, Avren.
Yeah, well, my memory's not so good, is it? And it's been a while since I've been back in town.
Ah, well, she was your rival.
I don't have a
And that will be where we will end today's session.
Well.
Oh, jeez.
Avren.
So
Do you know this person?
I'm smiting Avren is what I'm taking from this. Okay, great. Mhm.
You can certainly try.
Thank you so
Todd,
much.
you know, if you
playing
want to
with
play
me.
a different character, you don't have to get us to kill Avren. You can just bring somebody new in.
If you all want to play a different character, I'll take y'all down. No, I'm kidding. I love you all.
And then I'll bring everybody back.
I know,
and then
because
I'll
all
be
the diamonds.
really tired and cross.
I'm
Don't.
Very, very tired and cross.
I am a primordial.
Listen, some of us prayed to our gods and got answers, and some of us were sarcastic. Next time we'll sit and I'll show you how to do it right. It'll be okay.
Some of us are gods and have their own coins.
Yeah. And also now
And some
apparently
of us are the gods that made sure those coins exist.
and some of us don't have an ego and don't care. So come on, we'll go sit over here.
True.
I am without ego.
The subtle
What are you
read.
talking about?
Yo, when you get read by Orkira, that shit hits different.
Yeah, no, it does.
She's super like her wisdom is high. Her intelligence is low. So
Yeah, she's got high
Got
perception.
folksy wisdom.
yeah.
Folksy
She's got
wisdom.
people wisdom.
Mhm.
She's not book smart, but she's got people smart. So yeah.
Sometimes when you go into a forest, you come back with more than one tree. I don't know, some shit. Like,
Are we back to old Orkira? Is that what we're doing?
you know that hillbilly logic.
You, me, and Daisy will go sit over there. The three of us will all pray together and we'll figure out what's going on. It'll be great.
Thank you so much for rolling dice with me today. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out with us today. Let's go around and have everybody do some shout outs. Hope, we always go last with you, so this time I'm going to go first. Who are you? Where can people find you?
Hi, I'm Hope LaVelle, and you can follow me on Twitter at the Hope LaVelle. You can listen to me on Attackers of Opportunity, which is it's a D&D show on anywhere that you listen to podcasts.
What?
Yeah.
I just hearing about this. What is this?
Yeah, this is the first.
It's been
Yeah,
a
leave
while.
that
I
out.
usually don't say anything about it, but why not?
I mean, literally now.
Yeah.
That's literally what this time is for.
Oh, by the way, I did this whole other thing.
Oh my god.
Everyone go subscribe.
Oh my god.
That's
Wait,
fantastic.
what is that show again?
Called Attackers of Opportunity.
That's amazing. That's a good name for a show.
I love it. I love it. I'm Meagan.
Hello, everyone. I'm Meagan Kenreck. You can find me right here every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific, casting buttery spells and just being generally bubbly and creating disgusting new ingredients for my new food truck.
Like s'mores.
Lauren.
Hi, I'm Lauren. Sorry, all I can think about is machete and the s'more. I'm Lauren Irvin. I'm the community manager for D&D Beyond. You can find me wherever D&D Beyond is sold. You can also find me on Twitter as Lauren, and that's it.
I was thinking about machete.
Mhm.
Jen.
Hey, I am Jen Kretchmer. You can find me on here as Dreamwisp Jen, on Twitter as Dreamwisp. I'm also the creator of the Tabletop Accessibility Toolkit. I am a writer, producer, actor, and what else do I do? All the things. All the things.
Everything.
I'm around doing stuff. Yeah.
Awesome. Go check it
That
out.
was
Todd.
terrible. Sorry.
No, that was great. It's been a long day. Don't worry about it. Todd.
We've had to struggle through.
I already
technical
went.
stuff,
I will
so.
say, when you took machete from me, I was like that meme of Leonardo DiCaprio where I'm like,
Wolf of Wall Street.
just like, I'm just like holding a beer like, you took my doll? But I'm hurt. All right.
But also we have machete s'mores now.
That's true. But I don't
that
have a
little
machete. And
plastic
now,
doll hand.
now it's
Well,
fine. I have
they're
like a
raw
hole in my
machete
heart the
s'mores
shape of
until-
machete. Probably because she cut it in there, but still.
B Dave.
Dave Walters, I say words about things. I'm somewhere 7 days a week. Don't even try and keep up. Just follow me at Twitter at @BDaveWalters. However, this Sunday, Into the Motherlands begins with a game lead designed by me with an adventure written by Jasmine. So Sunday at 4 Pacific on twitch.tv/Cypher of Tier, a whole new thing is beginning. And, beginnings are always exciting. So session 0, you're going to learn about the world, the characters, the game we've all built together, everything. So check it out.
Yes, it's true. Hi. Hello. I'm Jasmine, that bronze girl Bhullar. You can follow me at that bronze girl everywhere. By everywhere, I just mean Twitch and Twitter. That's the only places I'm at. And yeah, I'm writing the first adventure for Into the Motherlands. So if you like this game, you'll probably like that one because I've written it.
Yay.
I'm a game dev now. That's been my new thing. I've been dabbing on
Wild.
people with.
Put that on
Wild,
your
isn't it? Yeah.
Twitter
Big
bio.
flex. I'm designing one of the races too, and I've just been like,
Oh, that's
I'm
awesome.
a game dev now.
I want you to
Like,
tell me
literally.
the best part of your
awesome.
upcoming adventure as a dude bro. Because
Oh, that's the other thing I do. Sometimes I role play in games that weren't meant to be role played in on my channel, and hilarity ensues. Lately, I've been playing Phasmophobia, and I put very awful characters I come up with in situations where they have to hunt ghosts.
I feel like
And
they're
they
all named Chad.
admirably.
Yeah.
Kyle McMayo,
Kyle McMahon.
because I couldn't think of a name. So
No,
that's where we're at.
I shouldn't
That's
be
it.
laughing at that.
That's
Well,
amazing.
Kyle
Yeah,
McMahon.
Kyle McMayo. He's
That's
great.
incredible.
He's successfully been on 6 ghost hunts now. He's still kicking. And his dad owns a Cadillac dealership.
Like you do.
That's all.
The last one.
Not Ford?
The last one. No. That's what I don't know why it killed me. I was watching that stream and she's like, I own a Cadillac dealership. I'm like, who the F owns a Cadillac dealership?
Kyle! Well, he's
Kyle
dead.
Bell.
But like a retired Kyle?
No,
So,
like young
im-
Kyle.
Young Kyle.
Important point of clarification. Is it a Cadillac dealership because that's the first thing you thought of, or was that a long con deep cut to Aqua Teen Hunger Force?
I think it was a subconscious long con deep
'Cause
cut. to
I
Aqua
will
Teen Hunger
love
Force.
you to the end of all time. Give him a sweet ass lung tattoo.
Oh, jeez.
Aqua Teen Hunger
Sorry.
Force.
Yes.
Oh,
Dude.
I'm back.
My dad owns
You-
this dealership. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I'm done.
I haven't seen Aqua Teen Hunger Force in a long time, but I'll still quote it. Like little things like, when you want something, that's a responsibility.
Yeah.
Meatwad.
All right. We'll let our poor audience go. They don't deserve this. Thank you so much for watching us every Tuesday night.
Bye,
Take
everyone.
care of yourselves and each other.
Bye.
Coffee day.